We are so excited to tell you about Daily Coach TV. It's a brand new live stream show, 45 minutes long, and it's co-hosted by WNBA champion and Women's Basketball Hall of Famer Lynn Dunn and Maryland Men's Basketball's Director of Process, Coach Josh Chambers. Our first episode is streaming June 2nd at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, 9:30 a.m. Pacific, and you can register for free following the link in the description. If you can't join live, you can register anyway, and you can access the replay through the weekend. We like to describe Daily Coach TV as listening in on a discussion between 4 to 5 top coaches across several different sports who are known as much for their leadership as their results. So join us on June 2nd and stay tuned as we announce our guests for the first episode. Welcome to the Daily Coach's Sports Leadership Lessons, a reading of some of our greatest hits from more than 6 years of email newsletters that have been read by tens of thousands of leaders and learners. If you want our latest newsletter delivered to your inbox every day, you can subscribe for free at thedaily.coach/subscribe or follow the link in the description. How biased are your decisions? In his highly acclaimed book, Seeking Wisdom, From Darwin to Munger, author Peter Bevelin provides a groundbreaking analysis of why we, at times, make poor decisions. Bevelin focuses deeply on bias, how our internal prejudices factor into our decision-making. He breaks down bias into 28 distinct types, some extremely common and some not as much. Yet each impacts our ability to make rational judgments. Here are the top 5 biases Bevelin describes. The first is mere association bias, and this occurs when we see situations as identical because they appear similar to something we've experienced. We often try to compare situations to help us streamline our decisions, yet we frequently end up comparing an apple to an orange, which can then result in poor choices. Likely the one we're most familiar with, confirmation bias is when we begin with the end in mind, believing that we must be right and collect only data that supports our initial hypothesis. The third is bias from over-influence, and this occurs when we like the person giving us the information, and therefore we don't question the information. We simply trust the person who provided it and don't take the time to gather the facts on our own. Next is anchoring, and this occurs when we cling to 1 or 2 items that anchor our thoughts or beliefs, even if those 2 points might be totally irrelevant to the bigger picture. And the last one is bias from social proof, which occurs when we just go with the popular opinion to be liked and accepted by the masses. We become influenced by what everyone else says, and we don't take the time to think independently. Next time we're forced to make a tough decision, let's make sure we're not committing to any of these inherent biases. Let's draw independent conclusions, regardless of how many people say otherwise. Thanks for joining this episode of The Daily Coach. On behalf of Michael Lombardi, Coach George Raveling, and the entire Daily Coach team, we're grateful for your support. Remember, the most important person you will ever lead is yourself. Keep growing, keep learning, and most importantly, keep showing up.